Today we're doing the Z3 rack conversion. Very excited about this. Everybody recommends this that I've ever spoken with. So basically, if you're not familiar with the concept, the Z3 rack here is a much quicker turn-to-turn rack. So the standard E30 rack, I think, is like 4.1 or something. And that's 4.1 turns of the wheel to go from one lock to the other lock. And this is 2.7, I believe. So it is quite a bit faster, which means it's a lot less input when steering. So instead of maybe doing a full underhand or something, crossing your arms in a corner, it'll be just a turn. So that's a good benefit. A lot of people, it's a necessity in autocross from what I've heard, but figured I'd try it. I went ahead and got new lines. I'm not going to install the lines today. I'll probably put this one on, but I just bought all new lines so I could not have leaky lines. Honestly, it's such a huge pain, and I think everyone who owns a BMW E36 or E30 has leaky power steering lines. Just replace them, be done with it. I got new tie rod ends. These are E36 tie rod ends. You use the standard Z3 rack, Z3 inners. With E36, they're beefier tie rod ends. Just the nuts to lock the tie rod ends in place. I got this Garagistic urethane rubber coupling delete just to firm up that steering a bit, give it a really sharp response. So I will be installing that, and you guys will see that. All of this package stuff, the brand new stuff, is from FCP. This is actually a remanufactured rack because it's just a lot cheaper. You can buy new racks from FCP, and I'll put all that in the description with everything else. But the remanufacturers are much cheaper, so I went that route. Not that buying a new rack isn't a good idea, but you know, I think this will be okay. That's the power steering reservoir fluid, the fluid reservoir. You should always change those because they have a filter in there. Every time you change your fluid, you need a new reservoir. Just a pro tip. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The adapter was from Garagistic. The steering coupler delete is Garagistic. That'll be in the description as well. And let's get to it. Oh, by the way, there's no engine in this car, obviously, so it'll make it really easy for me, but it'll make it also really easy for you guys to see what I'm doing, so I can show you everything that's going on. I'm just going to do this real quick. Even though the subframe is going to come out, I still want to do the swap in the car so you guys can actually see it. This is a 22, 19. Next, we're going to go ahead and take off this steering shaft. I believe it's 13s. Take some WD-40 in there. All these, you take all these apart, you just cut them all. This main one, and then these kind of go like that. And then this, I believe, goes on this with the coupler. Right, so these are your three parts. You cut all of those off, and then you go and we're gonna press out all the little rivets in there. I'm just gonna press this. These get pressed in. Yeah. These are just the spacers. So this goes over here like this. This is going to go like that. And then I guess I grabbed this one. That goes like that. Cool. Got these two pieces. Drilled this out, walled it out a little bit. Just had to get it the right size. Put a washer on, put the bolt on. Then we can go through this. This is just a urethane coupler. Pop it on like so. Drop these through. I'm gonna have to drill these holes out. And I've heard of these binding before, right here, and I can see this one was, so I'm just that should be good. There we go. Nice. Well, that is the final product, ladies and gentlemen. That only took all the damn time. Open up the brand new controller, or brand new tie rods. So these nuts go on first. Okay, now we're just gonna pop this on real quick. Alright, this is a trick because you want the steering wheel to be straight and you want the rack to be centered. Just so you don't end up, when you're going straight, have a wonky rack. So what we'll do, confirm that straight, and then we'll go all the way over to one side. 1, 2, not quite 3. So we're gonna go 1.5 basically back. 1, 2. That's gonna be it. Lean this on there. Okay, good. Cool. See the E36 rods fit right up in there, no issue. I still have the new lines to go on, but other than that, the swap is complete. I'm not going to put these on yet because there's no motor in the car, and I don't really know exactly where this reservoir is going to go. But the FCPeuro ball joint ends, the tie rod ends, nuts, new lines, all that good stuff. The Garagistic coupler, the flex delete, and the shortening, whatever they call it, for the Z3 rack. So this is the Z3 rack conversion kit. It's just that those pieces and this spacer, all that's going to be in the description. Everything worked pretty well. Had to drill out and fiddle with that. That probably took the longest amount of time, is building that coupler. But everything else was fairly straightforward. Something was up with these bolts. I ended up getting them through without wallowing out the holes or anything, so that made me happy. I was worried that I was going to have to open those up. It's got a rough alignment on there now. Everything's going to change because there's so many different things that are going to happen to this engine bay. But I wanted to show you guys how to do it in a car, in everything set up, not just like me put it on a rack and say, oh, or a subframe and say, oh, this is how you do this, the Z3 swap. No. No. So I'll just pop the wheels back on and we'll be done. that's a wrap, guys. I hope this helped you guys. If you're trying to do this swap, I hope this helped you sort of get an idea of what you needed, how you're gonna do it. But other than that, very cool. One thing I will mention is I'm fairly certain that with the late model airbag car, you have to cut out, see that portion up there where the steering column comes out? I think you have to cut that. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Check out this part. This is a great mod to do, especially if you do autocross. But everybody seems to love it. I'm going to try it out. I'll let you know when we get back and we're actually running how I like it in the actual driving day to day. Thanks, guys. Peace.
There goes a sight from my soul.